Hey yo, I'm dope because I'm me. You're dope because you're you. And we are dope bass anglers. Yep, what it look like. What's happening, folks? It's a new day. About to get out on the water, get some practice in. See if I can catch some big uns. Let's get it. Alright, let's start things off with, you guessed it, the Whopper Plopper. First cast of the day. A little bit of grass never hurt nobody. Exposed slightly. Got a tube, tungsten, 3/8 ounce weight, 5/0 monster hook, Gamakatsu. Gotta replace this reel too, guys. This is a Black Max, old Black Max, which I mentioned before, man. It's a very good reel for the money back in the day, but now I'm on the Daiwa Tatula CTs, and I'm loving them, man. Loving them. Okay, let me pause right there for a moment. I'm gonna get back to the Black Max in a minute because there's a significant story related to this. But let me pause right here for a minute, make a quick move, catch a couple fish, and then we'll get back to the story about the Black Max. All right, let's go. There he is. right there, I broke off a giant. I broke off a giant. And you know, when you catch a lot of fish, you know, you start being able to tell the difference between small fish, average fish, and giants. That was a giant smallie. When he first hit, he jumped, and then he went down, and he was moving. I couldn't keep up with him. Now back to the story about the black max. I was being stubborn this day. I continued to stay with the black max. I was being lazy with tying on the tube on another rod and reel. So you get what you pay for, man. You get what you pay for. I paid $50 for that reel, and you know, that's about what it was worth. You know, it does a good job until you really, really need it to work. So in this case, the drag isn't smooth by any means on a cheap reel. So, like I said, you get what you pay for, and I completely understand. You don't have to spend $1,000 on a reel, but you absolutely have to spend enough money, or as much as you can, to make sure that you have a decent reel. Meaning decent is that you have a smooth drag system, because if that fish decides to run on you and your drag isn't smooth, he's just going to break off unless you have braid on. And if you have braid on, in that case, you'll probably end up ripping the hook out of his mouth. You know, so that was the lesson, guys. If you have the extra money to spend, or if you don't, I advise you to save up until you have the extra money to spend so that you can get a proper reel. Whether it be a bait caster or spinning gear, it doesn't matter, but try to save up enough dough so that you can get the best value out of your money. So I'm not knocking this reel, I'm just saying that you get what you pay for. Okay, so after that, I sucked it up, you know, had to get back to fishing, so I tied on another tube bait, pretty much the same rig. And this time I decided, let me back up the drag a little bit. And then this happened. So in this case, what ended up happening was, because I loosened the drag a little bit, when I set the hook on this fish, the drag actually slipped. So I didn't get a good hookup. So as I'm fighting this fish, he barely has it in his mouth. I'm guessing the hook wasn't set properly. So he gets off. 2 giants in one day. And that's how the day ends. Yo, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Like, sub, share, please, and thank you. I'm out.